You wasted FBI time trying to cut a deal for yourself, and 7 agents were killed. This conversation now takes place on our terms. Adrienne Lavelle and Hector Alvarez are still out there. You and I both know the only way you protect that child is to disappear.
I mean, I think there's different themes.
I would say the relationship of a mother and a daughter and how she'd protect her child.
She would do anything to protect her child. I also think a little bit there's an underlying theme of what it is to be a mother, and what the idea of the perfect mom is, and how that really doesn't exist, because you have these 2 moms in the movie, and I think my character is really questioning, if she's made, all the mistakes she's made in her life that got her to the point where she had to give up her kid to protect her, and then when she comes back into her life 12 years later and she has to protect her, what it means to be her mother. And I think that is a very kind of good thing to kind of bring to the table, right, and think about. Because I think we always put on ourselves like, oh, what is the perfect mom? Oh, the mom is this. If you pick them up and drop them off and do this, but if you're a working mom, you're going to do that and you're not. So I like that idea of exploring that.
You just gonna vanish?
You put her with good people. Keep her safe. If there's trouble, let me know.
You must have known I'd find her.
I think that they were very excited to, chat with her via FaceTime.
We FaceTimed. The friends, the homies.
Friends. Yeah.
The besties.
They were, excited, but they were trying to act cool because they're cool girls with Jennifer Lopez.
Of course. You're driving.
I'm 12.
So I'm gonna teach you.
Why?
You wanna go home? I want that too. But not till you know how to survive, everything it takes. And this is where we start.
That's a new one.
That is a new one. Are you so tired of the other one?
No, I love it because I really did
Sweet.
learn a lot from her.
I think whenever you work with somebody like Zoe, who's talented and young, you remember to enjoy and how kind of when everything is fresh and new, how exciting it is. Because when you've been doing it a long time, it can be like work. And then you remember like, oh, wow. I always feel like I'm pretty grateful and have a lot of gratitude to be there, but you just can't help kind of fall into the routine of like, oh, I gotta get up another day, I gotta do this. And when you have somebody on the set who's like so exuberant every single day and so excited to be there, it's like, yeah, let's do it, and this and that, when you're like, well, today we have to do this. It reminds you how lucky you are.
Yeah, there are many challenges, but it's also tremendously fun for me. I love telling stories that way and on that scale. I love emotion through action, which this movie does. A lot of movies of this scale and complexity kind of don't, I really like putting action sequences together and making sure that every piece of action is motivated by the correct emotions, very authentically motivated by a mother who is hardwired to protect her child.
I think Nikki was a great choice for this because not just being a powerhouse as a woman, but I think Nikki Caro allowed for the proper pacing of what most men would have made an action film. And it wouldn't have been a backdrop. I think the action would have been like, it's action. But I think action is really good when it's done well. It paces up its movement, ATF busted some of Hector Alvarez's men at a stash house in Nuevo Laredo. Typical stuff, MK-12s, bump stocks, silencers. But they also had this. The 6 men are in custody in Mexico. We wanted you to ID them.
Powerful.
Emotional. Action-packed.
Yes.
There's a few words.
But I think it's a movie of heart, and I think the level of heart you probably wouldn't find in a movie where it was called The Father. Does that make sense? That makes sense. It really is The Mother for a reason, because mamas bring a different thing to life, figuratively and literally speaking. So it's a movie of heart, played perfectly by Jen having this shot at playing a mother and showing the side of her that is in her and was always there, obviously.
I'm a killer, but I'm also a mother. And I will die protecting her.